So, the title of the video is You Have a Responsibility. Like, do you have a responsibility? Do you have a responsibility? Of course you do. You have a responsibility to your family, to yourself, to your company, to your country, to your community. All kinds of responsibilities. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got responsibilities. We all do. You also have a responsibility to the industry. That's what I want to talk about. And then we'll do some chatting. But you have a responsibility to the industry because there are so many people, some of you that are watching, that came before you. You know, guys like my grandfather, or maybe your father, or your grandfather, or your uncle. You know, the old timers, quote unquote, the old timers. I think people need to recognize that they do owe these men and women that came before us something. They owe them respect. Maybe a little bit of admiration. But at least respect. You hear a lot of talk from the younger guys in the industry about old timers and that they should get out of the industry and get out of the way, that there's a new breed coming in, and you know, all of the things that you hear. And I think that that's the wrong way to go about it. I don't think that that's right. Because my grandfather's one of those old timers. And he has nothing but my respect. When you own up to the responsibility that you have to the industry that provides for you, that provides for your family, then automatically you should know and feel some kind of respect towards the guys that came before you. And I'm not talking the guy that started the year before you or 2 years before you. I'm talking about the guys that started trucking 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. Those are the guys that you should respect. And you have a responsibility to the industry to respect those guys, but also respect yourself and respect the people that are currently working alongside you out here on the road. And I think that includes taking care of yourself, taking care of your equipment, showing respect to your company, when they respect you, of course. Because there are still companies out there that don't respect their drivers. Of course there are. But when you guys agree, don't you agree with me that you should respect those guys? That you should own up to the responsibility you have to the industry to be a good steward of the industry, to be a good representative of the industry? Yes, the industry has problems. You know that. We know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. But you should still respect it. Because it provides for a lot of people. As far as folks like me and like you. As well as the customers and the rest of the country. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm what you would call a patriot. I'm very proud to be an American. I'm very proud of the Constitution and what our country was founded on. Now, granted, yes, back then there were some things that our countrymen did that weren't right, but the idea of the country, where everybody is free to choose what they want, whether they practice this religion or that religion, or people were just free to be free thinkers, you know. They were free to be free thinkers, you know. There you go, Kirkwood, I got you. So that's the thing. That's your responsibility. And I hate to see when people don't take that seriously. I hate to see when people squander the opportunity they have in this industry. I hate to see when people waste the opportunity or the honor that they have that they should feel to have the opportunity to call themselves a professional driver. We all know that there's a huge difference between a professional driver and just a driver. So my point of this, I'm 7 minutes into this rant, is own up to your responsibility. Take some pride in your job. Some pride in the fact that you're not only providing for yourself and your family, but moving all this freight around the country, you're providing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're providing for everybody. So take pride in what you do. Own up to the responsibility. Back in the day, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, those guys back then took pride in their appearance, took pride in their truck, took pride in the paperwork that they did, took pride in everything. They were proud to be an asphalt cowboy. They were proud to be out here on the road doing something that no one else was doing. Did those guys do shit a little messed up back then? I'm pretty sure they did. But they took pride in the fact. They took pride in the fact that they were proud. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? They took pride in the fact that they were proud. They weren't scared to hide that. They weren't scared to stand up and say, yes, I'm a truck driver. I'm a professional truck driver. I get paid to see the country and do the stuff that you won't do so that your family can have a loaf of bread on the table in the morning. They owned up to the responsibility that they had, that was passed on to them from years before them. So remember that. Just remember that, will you? Take pride in yourself. So many guys, oh my Lord, it's pain. It causes pain when I hear them say, I'm just a truck driver. No, you're not. You're not just a truck driver. You're so much more. So much more than just a truck driver. You're a representative of an industry. An industry. How many people in other industries stand out as much as we do? Honestly. I mean, look what we do. We drive pretty much the biggest vehicles on the highway. So right there you stand out. We have businesses and buildings and things that are built all over the place just so we can park. We stand out. People notice you. So you're not just a truck driver. You're important. You're an integral part of this country. From the people that move furniture to the people that haul the fuel, everybody plays a vital role. And that's a responsibility. This job isn't just a responsibility to your family to provide, but this is a responsibility to the country, to America. The place that keeps you safe and gives you the freedom to make decisions on your own. America holds up her responsibility to you every single day. It's time that we do the same. Can I get an amen? Because I'm done with that rant now. And I saw all the comments and I appreciate them. Thank you very much. Now on to the other stuff. Yes, someone said nice shirt. Thank you very much. I'm just rocking it right now just for the video. It does need to be washed and ironed. But they look cool and they had green to match my truck, so I went and got it done. I would have got more made, but they didn't have any more extra larges. They only had one. Take pride in your ride. That's right. Wash your truck. Don't have shit on your dash. Don't have a dirty floor. Like right now, there's nothing on my floor except for this empty Wendy's bag. No, I'm not in Joplin, Snorlord. I'm actually down in, where am I? Fort Smith. My trailer's over there sitting in a door. It's supposed to get loaded. I've been sitting here for, what is this, 9 o'clock local? So I've been here 6 hours collecting detention because I came down here basically to rescue a load, I guess is what you would call it, because they had a truck fall off of it. So they're paying me to be here, paying me to wait. So I don't care. I could go over to Pilot, but there's no use in it. That's right, Bandana, you're correct. Your truck reflects you. If you believe that your truck reflects who you are, and who you are by the way you keep it, the cleanliness, if you agree with that, hit the thumbs up button. Okay? For sure. Because I agree with that. 110,000%. I agree with it. I can't believe those guys that go down the road, and you guys have seen them too. Those drivers go down the road, and they've got the chip bags, and the soda bottles, and the map book, and the paperwork, and God knows what else up on their dash. Maybe dirty clothes. I don't know. God forbid you'd have to turn on the defroster, man. Because you got some dirty, shitty drawers up there. You crank on that defroster. Have you ever smelled baked ass? because that's what you're going to smell. You know? Yeah, Snorlord pets on the... You see him with the cats and shit. Oh, it's disgusting. You know? Hashtag baked ass. That's what it smells like, probably. You turn that stuff on. And I saw Shadow Wolf in here. I don't know if he's still in here. But Shadow Wolf, thank you very much for the shout out and the kind words at the beginning of your video. I did see it. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you and hang out for the little time that we had together and shoot the shit. If you guys haven't seen Shadow Wolf, please go check him out. I posted that vlog with him in it a couple days ago. The link to his channel is in that description, so check that out. Ike says his internet sucks where he is. He's leaving that location. He's moving down the road to get a better signal. I would do the same thing, Ike. Gotta get a Wii boost. Gotta get a Wii boost. But I mean, God, why can't people just take pride in what they do? I mean, you guys feel it, right? You feel it when you're sitting at a shipper and your truck looks really good. You know, even if it's been washed and it's just rained, right? Your truck still looks nice. It's shining. But then you see, you know, Joe Schmo rolling in his Columbia with the bumpers zip tied on, duct tape holding the fucking mirror together, you know. You got a coat hanger holding the license plate on a trailer. Who do you think, you know, if you were the customer, if you were the manufacturer or in charge of the warehouse, whose equipment would you rather put your freight on? You know? Whose equipment, who do you feel safe with carrying your freight? That you know that it's going to get there without being broke down on the side of the road. It's going to get there without getting stolen. You know? Your freight, whatever it is you manufacture, you make, is going to ride in style to get to where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Black and chrome, please. Yes. And it's very crazy, too, because there are things in the industry now that I think work in the favor of those guys with the duct tape bumpers, you know? The guys that are missing a quarter fender, you know, the smashed in cab extender, the crunched step, the burnt out headlight, the flickering marker light. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if I have a light go out anywhere, or one is flickering, or something, anything that happens, it drives me nuts. When I know that there is a scuff on my truck, it drives me insane. I don't know how some of these guys can ride around like they do. How can they do that? It's alright, every panel, yeah, Jeffrey Like says, every panel on the truck is cracked in a different color. Yeah, you know, they've got a blue hood, you know, a white door on this side, a gold door on that side, because they bought one off of a wrecked CRST truck. You know, their rims look like crap. You know, most of the people that I know, that I talk to or associate with, take really great pride in their trucks. Even when I was at night, the people that I talked to and associated with took great pride in their company trucks. It's just, I just can't believe that people do that. Yeah, see, BYT says when he was waiting on his to get fixed, waiting on the insurance checks, it killed him. That's right. It bothers me when anything's wrong with the truck. Yeah, see, CeeLo said even though he's a company driver, he's taught by his uncle to drive and take care of his truck as if it were mine. That's right. And people should do that. Even if the truck isn't yours, you should still take care of it. It's a reflection of you, of the quality of driver that you are. Plug time so you can get a discount next time. Cheryl, if I remember, you told me that your husband used to drive, and I guarantee you that if your husband used to drive, he took immaculate care of his truck. What's up, Next Gen? I see you, man. Jeffrey Like says he took 30 days off until his hood got replaced. Yeah. Like, that just shows you, like, hey, if it don't look like I would drive it, I ain't driving it. You know what I mean? If it don't look like $1 million, I ain't driving it. These trucks cost how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that people put into these trucks, you know? And you're just going to let it rot away? Why would you waste that money? Why? It's just unacceptable. David said he sat for 2 days to get a marker light fixed. Listen, if you guys don't take care of crap, and this is straight up, I'll be honest with you. If you don't want to take care of your equipment, let your employer know. Be like, hey, I'm not going to take care of this. Like, I'm not going to take care of this. Oakland Raider trucker, it was probably an upper marker light, and depending on the company he works with, they're probably not allowed to fix that stuff on their own. Because I know at night they would want us to make sure that kind of stuff got fixed by them at one of the shops, and sometimes the wait can be astronomically long. But if you don't want to take care of equipment, tell your employer. Tell them, be like, hey, I don't want to take care of this truck. Give them a heads up at least, and be like, hey, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. I'm gonna let it fall apart. I don't care. I'm gonna hit some stuff, maybe bend a rim, blow a couple tires, maybe put a little yellow paint on the bumper. I don't know, who knows? So, and the same goes with your appearance. Wash your fucking pants. That'd be great. If you could put on a pair of jeans that didn't look like you drug your ass over a fifth wheel. That'd be awesome. If you could just do that. If you could wash your pants so it didn't look like you did a Pete Rose over the fifth wheel. That'd be awesome. I mean, we've all seen that guy. You've seen him standing in line at the Pilot, right? And I'm going to stand up to show you this so that you know that I know what you're talking about. You've seen that guy, okay? Let me show you. And you're standing there in line at the Pilot. And, you're waiting. You got your stuff. You're waiting to pay for your stuff. This guy's in front of you. And he's doing this number here. He's like, ugh. He looks at his hands. And he's just like... So the front of his pants, like right here, it's just, they're not blue jeans anymore. They're black and blue jeans, because this whole section is a grease stain, okay? And the same thing on his ass, because he doesn't shower, so he's got swamp ass, and his butt cheeks are itchy, So he's got his greasy ass, dirty hands, okay, scratching on his ass, and now he's got grease ass. You know what I mean? Why? You go into a customer and they're like, "Oh wait, somebody please call the cops. I think there's a homeless man in here. I think there's a homeless man. Sir, I'm sorry, we don't have public restrooms." No, I'm here to pick up a load. Oh, sorry, you looked like a hippie that just hiked across the country and took baths in the river. Like, what the hell? And not only do you look like shit, you don't take care of your truck. You look like, you look like a bag of dog shit that tried to recycle itself. Like you just, somebody set it on fire. Stomped it out, then put it in another bag and tried to relight it and stomp it out. That's what you look like. You smell like fucking body odor, these people. You smell like just nasty, disgusting teenage gym socks. Better yet, I'll tell you, the smell is probably equivalent to the drain, okay? The drain in a high school locker room. The high school locker room drain where all the hair and the shit and everything goes and no one ever cleans the shower in there. Yeah, you smell like... And your pants probably would stand up on their own like a Ricky sock. Some of you guys might know what a Ricky sock is. And that's a good comment there, Robert. Take a little pride in it. Be proud of who you are and what you do. I mean, listen, cut your toenails if you're going to wear flip-flops, for Christ's sake. You look like a fucking pterodactyl walking into the pilot. You don't even hear the flip-flop sound because your nails are so long, they're fucking hitting the floor. Shave. Trim your shit up. Lady drivers, listen. I know, check it out. Alright, lady drivers. I don't know if there's any lady drivers in here. Lady drivers. I would say the majority of these men out here on the road are married men. And I know it, ladies. You're proud that you're a woman. Proud that you're part of a man's world. And I'm proud of you. I've got 4 daughters, and I would never stop them from doing anything that would be considered a man's job. But for God's sakes, gals, you don't have to show it off to us. You don't have to. Okay? Just because they make skin-tight shirts doesn't mean you should wear them. Because listen, you know what kind of reputation you're going to get? You know. I know. Cover up your titties. Cover them up. You want to be treated professionally? Don't be dressing like you should be at a gentleman's club. Okay? Dress professionally. You wouldn't go to a business office. You wouldn't go to a business job, with your areola showing. With your fucking pink thong showing that you ain't washed in 3 days. Okay? You're guilty too, girls. You're guilty too of not washing your ass. Okay? Just because your husband's at home doesn't mean you shouldn't keep it clean for him. That's right. What do you want to look like Barbie for? Barbie don't drive trucks. Barbie couldn't even stand up if she was real. She'd fall on her face. What's this say? Let's talk some shit to this guy. Trio Traveler. Awesome. Aw, fucking Atomic. I wanted to read that. Damn it, I missed it. But you're guilty too, ladies. You're guilty too. Scrubbing your ass, cleaning clothes, taking pride in your appearance is just part of your responsibility to the road. You're representing a huge part of America, part of its history. Listen, I highly doubt that any one of you would stroll up in a courtroom or in a professional setting such as a courtroom in flip-flops, long-ass gangly toenails, green fungus pouring out from in between your meaty dogs that are hanging over your way too small flip-flops. I highly doubt you would go in there looking like you just cleaned out 15 horse stalls and smelling like it too. The way that you would present yourself in a professional setting is how you should present yourself at your job. Now, yes, I'm all for comfort. I'm all for being relaxed. You guys have seen me in basketball shorts and a t-shirt. But I will tell you, when I show up at a customer, I make sure that I've got a fresh shirt on. I make sure the hat is nice and clean, squared away. You know? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Respect. Respect for each other. Respect for people. And you assholes that think it's okay just to speak your mind because you're like, I've got freedom of speech. I've got freedom of speech. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You've got freedom of speech. But that doesn't mean you should use it. Doesn't mean you should use it. Okay? Listen, you want to go walking around looking like the people of Walmart.com? Then go to Walmart. Get out of my industry. You want to treat other people like shit? Get out of my industry. You want to be a total shitbag? Get out of my industry. It's just the way it is. Yeah, no, Chris. Yeah, flying squirrel. It is my fucking industry. Yes, it is. It's mine. It's Quick's. It's Jerry's. It's small fries, it's Ike's. It's everybody's industry, and we all have a responsibility, and we all share a stake in it. If you treat something like it's yours, you normally tend to take better care of it. I take pride in the fact and knowing that my grandfather did this before anyone in this room did this. I take pride in that. That's huge to me. And I'll be damned if I'm going to disrespect him by disrespecting the industry that fed me when I was a kid. Let me say that again. I'll be damned if I'm going to disrespect an industry that fed me when I was a kid. Yes, Bang Savage Gang. What a stupid fucking name, by the way. This is my industry. It's all of our industry. Take ownership, dipshit. Own up. You make a mistake, own up to it. Cheryl said, too many people don't take care. Look at half the kids nowadays. When her husband and her drove, they would never have thought of wearing flip-flops and dirty clothes. That's right. That's right. There are guys out here that have been out here for 30 years, 20 plus years. Right there, Pedro, 26 years. There are guys out here that have been here that long, okay? They've been out here longer than I've been able to hold a regular driver's license. Okay? Let's get that straight. Longer than I have been able to actually hold a regular driver's license. I'm pretty sure that those guys can tell you that the shit that's coming out of these driver mills, these driver little puppy mills, these fuckers walking around with sweatpants hanging down to their knees, flip-flops and fucking socks in the fuel island. You know, just looking unkept. I'm pretty sure they could tell you that they're really disappointed. Pretty sure that they can. Gator, you're not a dumb fuck rookie. You're definitely not, man. If you have respect for the industry and the others in it will respect you back. The people that have been out here before you will respect you back. I missed a comment, and I missed it really big time. Oh, I saw Bandana's 1992. Bandana, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. In 92, I was in second grade, bro. Second grade. Frank, you got it. Don't shit where you eat, man. Flip-flops are for showers only. You got it. 03's been out here 18 years. Atomic says, porn stash, chain smoking, dropping his butts right out of the window at the truck stop today. That, man, come on. Oh, Charlie, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make you guys feel too old, But dang it. Flying J in Hesperia last week, says Oakland Raider. And this guy in flip-flops fell flat on his back after walking in a puddle of oil, and you laughed. He felt bad for the guy, but lesson learned. That's right. That's right, man. Hey, dang pal, yes it is. They're my industry. It is. I've got a share in it, man. Sure do. I did, big dude. I saw some shiny stuff today, for sure. I sure did. What's with all the hate being thrown towards the Swift drivers, said young Tobias. I think the reason that you see more Swift drivers, getting shit talked their way or whatever, however you want to put it, or getting their but I'll tell you, there's actually a mathematic solution to that. It's because there's just more Swift trucks on the road. So obviously, the odds of seeing a Swift truck hit something are more likely than any other, because there's just more of them. That's just simple math. The odds are higher. It's kind of like playing the lottery. The more tickets you buy, the more chances you have to win. But only in their case, it's reversed. Eddie Chavez needs to come to Travel Loco. I don't know if Eric Cornelius is watching, but I will tell him, Eddie. Right after this, I will shoot him a text. You wear your house shoes when you log sleeper berth, but only in the truck. Step out to use the bathroom, you get something to eat, or get some store. You got boots on your feet. There you go, Gator. See, like me, I don't wear house shoes in the truck, but my shoes never go past my driver's seat. Quick Williams is in here. That's a friend of mine. His name's Aaron, and Aaron's known me for a while. Aaron's been around my trucks before, and he can tell you guys that I take really good care of my shit, and that my truck is always clean. Some of the people in here have met up with me before and have seen the inside of my truck. The floor is clean, the carpet is clean. I've got a couple pairs of shoes just sitting in the back with a case of water, but I try to keep everything really neat, man. I'm the same way. My shoes that walk through the pissy truck stop because some fuckers are too lazy to walk inside. God forbid. God forbid. Just decide to get out and piss on the ground or whatever. I don't want that back here. Ugh. I don't want that back there. So, enough of that. Let's do a little Q&A type stuff. You guys got some questions? Let's hear them. Speaking of taking shoes off, I got them off right now. Put the feet up. Oh shit. Put the feet up here. There we go. I think you think you saw a video with me and my kids washing. That's right. My kids have helped me wash a truck before. They've helped me polish before. And they also know that when they're on the road with me, that they keep Dad's truck organized and clean. What's it like working for Travel Loco? To be honest, I don't really feel like I work for them because they give me the freedom to do what I want because it's my business, it's my truck. But the support that they give me is amazing. What are you going to be doing in 5 years? I don't know. Loudest car audio you've ever heard. Timmy, to be honest, I haven't really heard that many. Where am I going? Quick, I'm going to Salt Lake. Did I get some fireworks in Joplin? No, they're legal in Nevada, so I buy them at home. Where am I at in the United States? Currently, I'm in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Even though my GPS thinks I'm in Oklahoma, Oklahoma's like a block over. Edwin, you talked to Eric today. Awesome. What advice do I have for someone looking to start making videos? Be yourself, be consistent, and have fun with it. This is working for Travel Loco, making me loco. I was already crazy, man. DOT at time of inspection notices things like that are more likely easier. That's right. Frank's Big 18. I've always told people that, and some of the old timers have told me that. Keep your truck clean. The DOT will fuck with you less. How often do I get a trailer washout? That depends on what I've been hauling. Sometimes I've done some pretty much every load, and then currently I haven't had one for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. It just depends on what you haul. Let's see. A good dash cam. There are a lot of good setups out there. I know a couple people like the dual cam Cobra ones. I have just the cheap mobile spec camera. Oh wait, I got it from, where the hell's my finger going? I got it from Love's, and it works really well. It does what it needs to do. How often do I take home time? The past few weeks, or the past few trips, it hasn't been as often because I've had some other things to do, and I wanted to stay out longer so that I could be at home longer when I went. But I'll be on my way home after this load, and I will have only been out like 2 weeks. But normally I'm not out longer than 2 weeks. You own one truck, just paid off a month ago. I was thinking about doing what SoCal said, doing a bit of fleet, but just for a lot. Well, good luck with that, man. I appreciate the comment. No, I'm not at the pilot, Gator. I'm at the customer. Eddie says when he first started driving, his daughter was 4 years old. She was in a car seat next to him. That is cool. Yes, Atomic. The dump trailer was secured roughly around midnight, and everything was good. It was still sealed, and it got delivered on time. Given thought to what I might do once I pay off the current truck, lease another one, sell this. Scott, I have thought about it, but I have a couple different things in mind. I might get another truck before this one is paid off and hire someone to drive this one while I drive another one. And if I do buy another truck, if I get another truck, it will be an older W9, just because that's my dream truck and it's what I really want. And I would also feel more comfortable having somebody drive a newer truck with a warranty and that's more reliable. Do I like the Steely? I love the Steely. I do. It works amazingly. Would I recommend Night for a starting company? Yes, I would. I haven't had any cargo rejections, Rizzo, since I've been here. No, they do not do a credit check. I'm trying to catch up. How would you compare the 780 to other trucks I drove? I've driven a W9 before. I've driven what is it? The T800? I've driven one of those. I've driven a ProStar, and I've driven a Cascadia, one of the newer ones, but not like I've never hauled any freight. Well, yeah, I did. I drove mats at night. The comfort in the 780 is amazing. And its pulling power is great. Fuel efficiency is there. Reliability so far has been great. So, let's see. You have a dash cam, you have a pistol. That's funny. You're looking to buy a second truck very soon and bring them both to Travel Loco. That is awesome, Edwin. Silas wants to know about getting the trailer wrapped. The trailer stuff is going to be done in a few different locations. The first of which will be Reno. And it's not going to be a full wrap. They're going to be decals that will be putting on. But the first couple will be done in Reno. And then the following week, the next one will be done in Lubbock, Texas. That'll be next week. End of next week, I'll be in Lubbock. Yeah, Franks, I would. As a starter company, I've never denied that night was a good place to get your foot in the door. So, yes. I heard all you guys are from North Carolina. Where the hell are you at? As far as, I heard all you guys are from I'm not from North Carolina. You thought you were buying an old Diamond Rio auto car to do a long-term restore and make a show truck up. That would be cool, Gator. That would be cool. Why don't Travel have Kenworths and Pete's? Because Eddie has a really good relationship with the Volvo dealer in Phoenix, and also to my knowledge, the reliability and the warranty that we get is better. Fuel efficiency is also better, and when you're trying to start out a business, you want to mitigate your losses. JTM says, fuck, I'm late. Did anyone hear about Trucker Eric's 134 IQ? Like that is supposed to be impressive? Laugh out loud. I will tell you that anything above a 140 is genius level. I believe Einstein, there's only 12 people in the world with an above 140 IQ. No, I can't see the moon. What do I think about pets in the truck? I'm against pets in the truck. I brought my dog one time when I worked at night, and it was great, but you have to stop more, which decreases productivity, which decreases the money in my wallet. I don't know anything about Jim Palmer. What are the better shippers with rates and ease to deal with? Listen, as far as reefer goes, normally anybody that deals with chicken or meat takes forever, but they pay really well, and yeah, so I mean, it just changes, man. You got a guy in the Chicago area. What's up, Pedro? Florida in the house. You ever get a chance, you'd like to talk to me one-on-one, shoot me an email, Edwin. I normally don't give my phone number out, just because I don't like people sharing it. There are some people out there that have it, but they're either another YouTuber that have pretty much just as much to lose as me if their number got out, or I've just known them for a while. The new Cascadias look retarded, I think. Yeah, I really want a W9 there, Sean. I love them. How's the 780 drive and handles? It drives like a Cadillac, man. Smooth, very nice, very, very responsive. Good truck. Beef with Trucker Eric. You learned about him because the last live feed you did, and it took down. Yeah, the Eric's just kind of been a pain in the ass. Because I kind of saw him as trolling me for a while. This is a while back. But then I heard recently he was talking shit about the 73 Lounge, and I don't like that. When you worked at night, Kevin Knight, when you worked at night, Kevin Knight was your dispatcher, and then Benji. That's crazy. Hold on. Having a high IQ does not necessarily... That's correct. You seldom answer it because I'm always making vids. Hold on, where'd you go, man? Did you say something BYT that I missed, bro? I hope not. Or are you just talking to someone else? I have a responsibility to watch hockey. I wish I could watch some hockey, but where I live, it's never on TV, man. But I like hockey. You gotta remember, I'm from PA. Big time Penguins fan. Yeah, there you go. Penguins rule. Yeah, I'm from PA, man. I've been a Penguins fan for a long time. That's the only PA team I really watch. Besides college, I'm a huge Penn State fan. I grew up near Happy Valley, so love it. All right, BYT, take care, man. You love me more, bro? Yeah, I've never been to the Igloo either, which is very weird. I did get to go. I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I got to go to a couple Pirates games at Three Rivers before they tore it down. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Three Rivers Stadium, but it no longer exists, which is really cool. It's really cool to be able to say that I've been to Three Rivers Stadium. Where in the hell is Ike Stevens? Because I think he's going live next. Because I've got 3.5 minutes left. Yeah, I haven't been to PNC Park yet. I've heard it's Bandana, take care, man. You're unsubscribing now. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Paging Dr. Stevens. Paging Dr. Ike Stevens. Where are you, buddy? Where are you, buddy? Whoever's in here that has Ike's number, text him. Tell him I'm calling him out. It's his turn. Do I miss night? No. Not at all. I sure don't. You're up, Ike. It's your turn to go live. Time for you to play camera. People got questions, Ike, and you've got answers. You're the H&R Block of trucking. Few minutes, you've got 2. So, you got to get up in a few. Okay, take care, Pedro. How many cigarettes do I smoke in a day? All right, Ike, I'll hold it together for 20 minutes. Okay, Edwin, cool. Can you guys get the likes up to at least 100 for crying out loud? There's 108 people in here. You want to hear Ike explain the flat earth conspiracy? Flat earth. What do you got there, Lane Scott? You can end your 34 in 90 minutes. Awesome. You guys got me until Ike's ready. I'll stay live till Ike's ready. Yeah, I still vape, Brian. I just been smoking a lot lately. I need to really stop it. Infinity pools are to blame for the flat earth conspiracy. That's funny. Yeah, the freight pays really good in the Midwest. Right now it does. Let me see. What would I do if in a lease purchase but not making money? Depends. If you're referring to yourself, you're kind of asking for advice. If you can get out of it, keep that as your last resort. I would talk to whoever the lease is through. Let them know that you're struggling a little bit or that you're having a hard time. Maybe there's something, wrong in the mechanics, in something that you're doing as far as managing the freight. I can't really say because I don't know your exact situation, but I would definitely talk to whoever's the lease is through and whoever's in charge of getting you those miles, because there could be a few different things contributing to that. Could be maybe the payment's too high, freight rates are too low for whoever it is you're leased on to. Maybe talk about it if you can transfer the lease out of there. But if all else fails, man, let them know, hey, this isn't working for me. I'm not able to make money no matter how hard I work, and get out of it. Don't keep getting deeper and deeper in the hole. See, Lane, I would like to know, are you getting paid per mile? Are you getting a percentage? Who's choosing the freight and what company you work for? Because if you don't have true transparency, if you don't know how much they're booking the freight for, then you're getting screwed. Alex says hooray. A 34 is what Buckwild Trucking used to take after every 800-mile load. That's awesome. Did I decide to go to the landing lights or fix the hole? I think I'm going to... You know what, Dan? I'm going to tell you, when I get home, I'm going to talk to my wife's cousin. I'm going to talk to my wife's cousin and see if they can make me... fix the hole, but leave me some 3-inch rounds in there so I can put 3-inch lights on both sides. And I'd like to put the 4-color LEDs or 2-color LEDs in there so I can run amber or turn them to green. Okay, Lane, so you're on percentage at Roadrunner. What's your payment per week on your truck and any other fees? What's your fixed cost per week? Because I can tell you, as a lease operator over here, it's 80%. 80% is what lease operators get at Traveloka. And if you can transfer your truck over to here, that's what I would do. You need to get the lion's share of that money. You need to get more. And if you're not seeing the rate confirmation that's coming in from the customer or the broker, wherever that freight's coming from, they're skimming some off the top. So you're paying $800 as your fixed cost, plus you're paying for fuel. So yeah, man, you're getting screwed somewhere, because I've got a brand new truck. I pay $711 for my truck. I'm buying my trailer. Out the door, my fixed cost per week is roughly $1,300. Okay. I don't know what the mileage is from Flint, Michigan to Chicago, Mo. I don't know what you're hauling either. If you're pulling reefer, it makes a lot on the 275 miles, so you're getting over $2 a mile, obviously. Is it multi-stop, one pick, one drop? There's a lot of things that go into knowing if it's a good load. Is it multi-stop, one pick, one drop? The temperature of the reefer, because it's all about the fuel spend. If you're doing that, yeah, but see, you gotta know what your overhead is. See, this is what Trucking Exec talks about a lot. You have to know. It's so important to know what your cost per mile is. What your cutoff is, to know that you're covering your costs and making a profit, so that you can pay yourself and also pay your business. It's so, so important. Because to me, and some of you guys may disagree with me on this, but a lot about owning a truck is a lot about averages. Because you need to keep your average as high as possible, so that, you know, when that day comes, see, like, my truck can, you know, I $625 a day is not enough for my truck. Not enough. So you just gotta know your numbers. You've got to. And, you know, Trucking Exec can teach you that kind of stuff. He's got the formulas and everything. I wish there was a website out there or something where you could go plug in your numbers and kind of keep a running tally, like a QuickBooks, but for, you know, your cost per mile, your overhead. Yeah, see, I don't know what your overhead is, Mo, but see, you put those two together, that's $1,025 for 2 days, and unless you're running both of those loads in one day. Now, if you're running both of those loads in one day, that's good, because that's $1,025 for the truck for a day. That's awesome. Those are good numbers. But if you're running those, if you're running those on separate days, you're taking a loss, because you could be making a lot more. Would you guys agree with me on that statement? Would you guys agree with me if he's running both those loads in the same day? That's a good deal. Now, those are both heavy loads, so I mean, you're burning a lot of fuel. But over $1,000 a day is great. You know, how is Trucking Exec says that's sexy. You know. You know, if you're pulling, you know, so if you're doing both those loads the same day, that's good numbers. If you're doing one load each day, that's not good numbers. You're welcome, Devin. I had no problem subbing to your channel, man. Jerry Dunn, if you want to lease through Travel Local, you will end up getting a Volvo. Currently, they're looking at getting other types of trucks, but nothing's set in stone yet. But if you currently own a truck, you can bring over whatever you want. Truck Driving Diva says, also fuel calculator for trucks. Is that an app? Google cost per mile to run truck. .com calculator. Okay. Truck.com calculator. Trucking Pro is a great download. Jeffrey uses it as well. TJ, have you ever looked at that Jeffrey fella? You ever looked at him? You trust him? No, Jeffrey a good dude. He puts out a lot of useful stuff. If you guys have the opportunity, please go and check out his channel. I'm all about talking about other drivers' channels. Mother Trucker, says Joshua. How you doing, man? How you doing? We're in here talking trucking. Lane, I'm not sure, man. That would be a question for Eddie to answer. I can't answer that honestly, buddy. My email. Okay, I'm back. My email is in the description of the videos, so drop me an email. Okay. Trucking Pro does wonders. Shout out to all the truck drivers with YouTube channels. That's right. Greetings from Mexico. I see you, Jose. Shout out from San Jose, California. Oh, Lane, that sucker's lost, man. You're going to have to send me an email. It's way up here somewhere, and I can't save, I can't copy stuff while I'm in here. So, alright guys, I'm gonna sit back and relax. I've got some emails and other messages to respond to. I'm gonna get that taken care of. Ike Stevens should be live anytime. Thank you very much for hanging with me, listening to the rant. If you're just joining late, go back and listen to the first like 10 minutes of this video. Okay? Go back and listen to the first 10 minutes of this video and see if you can relate to what I'm saying. But everybody take care. 73 and out of here. Hit the thumbs up on your way out the door if you don't mind. And talk to you guys later. Make sure you're subscribed and you ring the bell and all that kind of stuff before you leave. Love you guys and thank you so much for the support. Stay safe and as always, shiny side up, okay?